So John Sapp and Ken Pratt are both, you know, good fives or real weak six type players. They're playing as an 11 together. Like I said, they're capable of running a rack every now and then, but not likely. You know, Gene Starkweather is a good player from the breakover in Illinois.
Take out the last names. I haven't done that at all. Just John and Nate, because otherwise, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. You could have told me while I was typing all this 400 letters out of Gene Starkweather's name.
I didn't know that you were going to do that, because
Well, when I asked you how to spell your last name, that was why.
yeah, for a minute, I was like, what's he doing? I'm like, I'm worried about something else.
There we go. Looks like Cody Harlan and Mike Devers won the last game, so they should be up 2-1 in a race to 4. So next week at Kenny's, I'm so excited for this tournament. It sounds like we're going to have a great turnout. Looks like we're going to have, I don't think we're going to do a full exhibition, but we might. I'm sure there's going to be quite a bit of action going on, so I'm sure we're going to show. Probably won't be any huge sets, but I'm sure we'll have, just like usual, a lot of little action going on. We actually did one of my tournaments a couple months ago. We did have quite a bit of action. It was pretty exciting. Guy lost 7,000, just 2 B players playing, and he lost 7,000 playing that way. So these guys will get up and gamble. You didn't get to finish eating? You didn't get to finish eating?
No, I didn't want to eat all of it. It's too much, but I would fall asleep.
I thought you were all done.
I'm done for now. I'm going to eat the rest later.
Cool. One of the cool things about both of these places that I run a lot of bigger tournaments at, Side Pockets and Kenny's Bar and Grill, is they both have real good food. Kenny's has some great food, and they're open 24 hours a day. Side Pockets has some really good food. I like eating both these places. It's not your typical bar food. So that's one exciting thing when you're here for 15 hours playing pool. It's okay. Decent little shot by John there. John Perky. This is John Sapp coming up. Not sure if he can hit the side of that one ball or if he's going to have to kick at it or not. Looks like we do have some action brewing over in the corner. Ronnie Hansen's playing a junior, also known as Joe. I don't know a lot about him. I heard he's a good player. Heard they've gambled before. I think Ronnie's in action everywhere he goes, every chance he gets. He's fun to watch. I think there's some one pocket action going on behind us. A couple more little $20 and $40 sets going on a few different tables. Wow, John goes for a pretty wild kick. Gives up the ball in hand to Gene. Gene, if you haven't seen him play, has an interesting stroke. He's got a good stroke. He shoots off his left cheek. It's kind of interesting the way he does it. He's left eye dominant, and he shoots kind of off his left cheek. It's pretty interesting to watch. This is John Perky shooting right now, the guy that's responsible for building this whole stream for us. He did a lot of work to get this going for me. Like I said, I had some great ideas on what I wanted to do, and thankfully I ran into John to actually implement all these ideas, because if I went this on my own, it would have been a much longer process, and much harder, and probably more expensive, and God only knows. So yeah, John really has done a lot of work. I'm really excited for him. He was really excited to get this project going. and he really did a lot of work to make it happen. And he loves pool. Both of us do. We both love pool. He's a great guy to have on board with the Players Club. He just, neither one of us are pro players. We're not even good players. We're barely to the level of bad players. But we both love this game, and we're both doing everything we can to improve the game, especially around St. Louis area. We may move on and go to some other places, but primarily we're going to be building St. Louis pool up here for a little while, and who knows what will happen after that. Yeah, so next week, once again, we're at Kenny's for the all-around. The following week, I'm going to go to the Derby. It's an exciting event. I always have a great time there. I like to have a little fun, getting a little action. Watch some pros play. I like to get involved with pro pool. I really want to do a lot of stuff with pro pool here in St. Louis. I'm excited to kick that all off. And do some much bigger events coming up. This is we're kind of practice streaming here and getting to working the kinks out before we really put on a good event. We want to make sure we can give you guys a great quality product. Make sure that you guys enjoy what you're watching, and so hopefully in the next probably like March and April we might put on a real nice event. Kind of working on a few different things right now, so we'll see how that goes. Then January 31st. We'll be back at Kenny's for the doubles tournament, and that'll be an 8-ball doubles, which is basically I changed the format about a year ago to a 13-point handicap system. So one of the things, we were always doing 11-point handicap systems, and it just really was, most of the players that were coming out, and most of the players in St. Louis are all kind of on a scale of 2 to 8. They're like a 6-level player. So it was tough trying to find 3s and 4s to play with them. And then the 7s, they had to find a 2 or a 3 to play with, and or a 4, and it's just tough finding those players. So I developed a system going up to 13, so that all these players could play together, and you didn't have to play with somebody that just, couldn't play, which, it's frustrating when you show up to a tournament and you have to play with somebody that's going to miss balls and miss a lot of balls and miss safeties and, things like that. So this system was kind of designed so that better players could play together. And the handicap system, it's really fair and really even. We've seen a lot of different handicaps actually get to the finals, which is really exciting. If you play as a 13 and over at Kenny's, which we stay there all night, so which is one of the reasons the races are longer, a 13 has to go to 8 games, whereas a 12-point team only has to go to 6. And then it's a game dropped for every point after that. So an 11 goes to 5, a 10 goes to 4, and 9 and unders go to 3. I really didn't have it where anybody goes to less than 3 games, as I just don't, this whole point of this was for people to play pool, and I don't want people just winning on complete luck, and, so the lowest it goes to is 3. So this tournament format today, we had to shorten up the races a little bit as side pockets, just where we were located has to be closed by 1:30. So we like to try to get this tournament done, so we shortened up the races just a little bit. So out of Kenny's, where we stay all night, sometimes that tournament goes till 5 or 6 in the morning. But we usually get the doubles done in one day. It's usually about 24 to 32 teams over there, which we're building this one up. And we had 18 teams today, which is last month we had 14. This tournament is the second Saturday of every month, although we still haven't figured out exactly what we're going to do for February, being the second weekend is Valentine's Day. And in Missouri, we have a league here called Missouri 8-Ball, and they have their all-star tournament and their team tournament on the 21st and 28th. So it takes up a lot of the players that are available to play. And we might put on a small event one of those days, but probably just work on a bigger event for March. And it's like Ken Pratt went for a bank on the 10 and missed it. Left him a tester. Gene's a good player. Expected him to make this ball, but it's definitely a tester. And he made it. Looks like the score between Cody and Mike and Tom and Todd looks like it might be 2-2 with Cody shooting what appears to be the ball before the 10 ball, which it looks like the 11 right now. So it looks like he's shooting the 11 to get on the 12, which would theoretically be the 9 and the 10. He bobbles it and leaves it hanging. That's tough. Our own John Perky, the streaming guy from the Players Club, getting ready to break. This guy works so hard on this game. It's fun to watch how much he loves this game. Pretty good break by John. Held his cue ball real well. Nothing drops. Leaves a little backward cut or a combo or a bank on the 1. No idea what they'll go for here. I don't really try to guess a whole lot what somebody's going to go for, because when you're watching, C players or low B players play pool, they don't always do what I should say we don't always do what we're either A supposed to or B. So we'll see what John picks out here. Looks like he went for the bank, missed it, played the pro side of the 2 ball. Pretty sporty. Gene's a little, got the Chinese snooker going over the 7 ball, getting ready to shoot the 1. Hit it a little thick. I think he was trying to come around. He played the cue ball pretty good. Just hit the 1 ball a little thick, and 1 ball came out on him. Ken definitely has a shot here with that 8 ball hanging, or he can cut the 1 on the side. He cuts it on the side. Has a shot on the 2. John Sapp buries a 2 and leaves the old 3-10 combo. It's kind of a backwards cut on the 3. It's comboed in. The 7 ball, I can't tell if it helps or hurts the pocket where it's sitting. It looks like it may be even blocking a hair of the pocket, but yeah, I was blocking the part of the pocket he shot it to. Left John a little cross bank on the 3 maybe, if he can see the whole left side of the ball. If not, probably some sort of safety. I don't know if he likes the bank anyway with where the 4 ball is. He tried to bank the 3-10 and gaffed up the balls a little bit. Let's see what they can come up with. John Sapp, as you're watching, has an interesting little system he uses for figuring out how balls are going to come off other balls. He puts his finger and thumb out in like an L shape, and puts it up there to try to figure out the tangent line and where the ball's going. It's always interesting to watch watch John Sapp play. Oh, Gene puts a good little kick shot there. I don't put the 3 ball in front of the hole and played position. Not sure if he did it on purpose or accident or whatever, but it was a good shot either way. The other match over there apparently needed a bathroom break in the middle of the short set. I'm going to guess Todd and Tom are up 3-2 over there. I'm not positive. Do you want a Turbrock? Huh? So do you want a Turbrock? Sure. I got a nice one being refinished right now. Yeah, as I said earlier, I am placing a nice little order. I became a dealer for OBQs, so I'm going to place a nice little order, get in some shafts, a couple Qs. I've already had a couple orders for brake sticks. If anybody wants anything, I'm more than happy to order it for you. Just let me know what it is you're looking for. Look on, you can look through their catalog. Let me know. I'll be more than happy to order it for you. Same thing with JB cases. I usually place I'm probably going to place another order here soon. I still have a few left. Couple really nice leather ones, and also a couple JB rugged cases, which I fell in love with mine. I just took a navy blue 3x6 and I just love it. It's probably the best little case I've had. We're also going to sell our friend Art makes all kinds of Q extenders and chalk holders and all kinds of little trinkets for pool. So we're going to get a bunch of merchandise from him, too, that we're going to put up in our little display store. Got some of our company T-shirts being made, so we're going to sell a few of those. Hey, Ricky Leip just showed up. Ricky Leip is our website administrator. Nice little surprise here. Didn't expect him to show up. I wish I had a headset for him. I'd put him on here. What you up to, Ricky? No? It was a good tournament. We had 18 teams. About $1,000 in the tournament, about $1,000 in the Calcutta. Cody and Mike Devers are playing Todd and Tom. I think Todd and Tom are up 3-2. Not positive, Ricky. And then our own John Perky, playing with Gene Starkweather in the finals here. Yep, playing another 11 team, John Sapp and Kenny Pratt. So, oof. Looks like John was a little off from where he was aiming. Made the ball, but threw the cue ball straight into the side pocket. Yeah, Ricky Leip's been building the website. It's stlplayersclub.com. So he did a lot of work and got it up. And after he got it up, I realized how much information I lacked giving him. So now I have to go do a bunch of work to get him a bunch of content to put on there. Excuse me real quick. I'm going to talk to Ricky. I'll be right back. What's up, brother? Yeah? I didn't expect you to come up, man. That was pretty cool. That was a great tournament, man. 18 teams. Everybody was like real funny, man. It was real easy to handicap. It was real like fair. It was fuck. We had some monster teams, man. Almost everybody was a 13 or a 12. I had one team that was a 10. I had like 3 or 4 teams that were 11s. Everybody else was a 12 or 13. Two of the favorites got knocked out quick. Gary Lutman and his partner, um, and then Drake Niepater and his partner both got knocked out relatively quick. But Ryan Hopping and Jake are still in on the loser side. And then we got two 11s playing for the finals, and then I got these two guys going over here, man. It's a pretty good day. I'm really excited. A lot of people say they're coming next week. I'm really hoping to do well next week, man. I'm really excited about it. Yeah, I mean, I'm really excited. Sorry, guys, I'm back, Mr. Stokes. You can always go to. I try to keep the Players Club Facebook page moving, but I'm not doing a very good job of it. I definitely need to get better at it. You can also go to my page, which is Brendan Sullivan, BrendanSullivan. I think Ricky, you've got it up on the website too, don't you? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put that on there. Yeah, he's got the flyer on the website. It's a lot of people have been sharing it back and forth. So if you're not friends with me on Facebook or something, just become friends with me and. And you guys can always find our tournaments. We try to make sure we get them all out there for everybody to see, obviously. So, yeah, next weekend is $500 added, $20 entry fee. You're going to play 3 matches. You're going to play 3 similarly ranked players to you. And each match will be a race to 3, 8-ball, race to 4, 9-ball, and a race to 3 in banks. So 3 matches should take 2 to 2.5 hours a match. And after your 3 matches, you'll achieve a rating. And the 6 highest rate. Well, if we have 32 players, the 6 highest ratings will come out in cash, and number 1 will play number 2, number 3 will play 4, and number 5 will play 6, and that's how they'll be paid 1 through 6. Should be pretty exciting. Like I said, I got a lot of interest in it. Whole idea is so everybody comes out and actually plays pool. It's not some guys go 2 and out, and other guys sit there and pump hundreds of dollars of quarters in. It's just everybody's going to play 3 whole matches, and prove their game, learn a little bit about banks, learn a bit about pool. Have a little fun and hopefully make a little money. You want to say hi to anybody? No? Yeah, so we should have a good amount of stuff. I don't know if I have any cues for next week, but we'll at least have some cases, some t-shirts, and I'll get a bunch of shit from Art, to sell. And hopefully we'll auction off a couple things. Yeah, a lot of people say they're coming. I'll be real happy if we get 24. If we get 32, it'll be great too. So see what happens. If I do have 32 players, it's going to take a fucking long time to play. It'll be a long fucking day. What are you going to do? Yeah, I'm fucking real happy, man. It's a really easy tournament. There was only a couple guys that bitched it all, and they were just butthurt on the losing. Like, you'd have lost if you were a fucking 9. What difference is it? Yeah, it was fun. We did the break and run pot for real well. I sold like $80 in tickets. Yeah, so next week it'll be $24 a ball next week, and I'll back 40 up for, start building up the pot for the next one. And then, so that went real well. Can't think what else, man. Looks like Ronnie's in a little action over there with this guy, Joe. I don't know this Joe guy, but a lot of people did know him, so we let him play. They didn't cash, so yeah, things are going good, man. Didn't you go to your niece's birthday or something? Nephew's birthday? Going good? That's cool. Oh, did you need, is that what you came up for, the money? Oh, I didn't forget. No problem. Where was it? Oh, yeah? What kind of, like skateboard park? Or like, you can do anything? Roller skates? Wow. That's neat.
And my nephew, he's big into, his bike, he's a bunch of money invested in it.
When I was a kid, I loved stuff like that, and I grew up out in the country, so, I would skateboard down, a mile-long hill that was, on a bike, you could get up to 50, 60 miles an hour. I mean, it was fun, And I'd skateboard down it. I would do anything down it. I was like, I couldn't believe the wheels didn't fall off sometimes, because you're going, fuck, man, we never wore helmets back then or nothing. I could have killed myself 100 times when I was a kid. I mean, bad.
Old man stories.
Yeah,
That's what it sounds like.
yeah. Well, he was saying they went to a skate park up at the Mills Mall for his nephew's birthday.
Is that still there?
I loved all that shit when I was little, but like we didn't have helmets and we didn't,
No. The one in Webster, you had to wear pads in, and then like that you fell because you were wearing pads and you're off balance.
Yeah. And
Still, the kid I went with the first time broke his arm with a fucking
dude, I
railbone.
should have died a lot of times, man. I mean, I did some fucked up shit when I was young, man.
Can you hand me my phone real quick?
Yeah. Yeah, I was damn it, Cody and Mike, assholes. I think they're down 3-2, but I'm not positive. Well, that'll help. Fuck, I had 2 teams get one out of the money. I got Cody, I backed him. And then I had Joe and Ronnie, they got one out of the money. And if Cody and Mike lose, they'll be one out of the money. It's fucking brutal. Show up here to lose money.
Yeah, like, I was talking to Cody, Cody, and he's like, I feel flat in this way.
I would have put you guys in.
Sweet. He's like, oh, Brendan told me. Well, I haven't really even asked him yet, but I'm sure I'm thinking, like, this is ignorant to assume, like,
Well, I usually do, because Cody, as long as he keeps me about even, it's still good for me to have, him show up. So, if I started losing money on him, it'd be different. But, he cashes enough that I stay about even on him. So it's not it don't bother me. Like, but he's good enough too to where he's.
well, he's like, you just have to, like, if it was you, like, it took much for me to answer the point on.
You're doing a lot of work for me. It's I'm gonna end up paying you something soon anyway.
I know, but
I'm really excited, man. I'm hoping we can get a really good event going for this spring to really kick us off, man. I gotta get some work on it. What's up, brother? Oh, you guys can hear it?
yeah, they've heard everything you've been talking about. That shit when you were kids. My 12-year-old sitting at home watching,
God, I'm sorry, man.
It ain't no big deal.
I'm so sorry.
You can do as you want. I'm just like, it was
Man, I kept doing that with the big microphone earlier too. I don't even know what it is. Is it really? The what? Fat guys? Who's bad guys? Oh. Guys, I'm so sorry. I had no idea you guys could hear me when I took this headset off and I'm talking over here. I totally apologize. And apparently I'm slacking on the score and everything. Like I said, I'm trying to do a whole lot, working and running, and people asking me questions and doing everything I can do. Sorry about that, guys. I was doing the exact same thing earlier with the other microphone as I was announcing Calcuttas and things like that. I'd hold the microphone down by my waist, and this thing is real sensitive, and it was picking up everything we were saying. So, looks like I learned. This is why we're out here practicing today, is learn something new. Get a little better at this before we start getting into some bigger streams and some bigger events. And looks like Cody and Mike lost. Todd and Tom took them down. One out. Yep. Mike Devers. They call him one out of the money. Mike usually cashes in tournaments. Today, got one out of the money. Hit the long way. So it looks like we're going to have Todd and Tom playing Jake and Ryan. We'll see if they're ready to go. Give me a second, guys. fine. Yes. All right, so it looks like Todd Kippenberger, Jerger, and Tom Denovi are going to get ready to play Jake Embry and Ryan Hopping. Jake and Ryan are going to be giving Todd and Tom a game on the wire. This will be a 4-3 race.
Yeah.
We can.
I mean, they're on 3-0 anyways.
Oh, yeah, it's fine with me if you guys want to wait.
And that way, they're on TV.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll wait.
Waiting on TV.
No, that's great. We'll wait. Yeah, we're going to wait just a second. We're going to go ahead and put them on the TV table so we don't have any downtime on here so we can keep going. So, hang on one second. Let me tell these guys that. Tom. Todd, we're going to wait for this table. They're almost done. Sorry, guys. Yeah, we're going to wait and let them play on the TV table. Well, this might be it here. Looks like John's got the old 814. Not quite wired, but definitely goes.
I was trying to draw it back. Just make a quick 14 ball.
And he drills it. 4-0 victory for John and Gene. So next up, Todd and Tom, Jake and Ryan.